cups and champagne, purple 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 cups and champagne, champagne.
Ladies and ugly men, welcome to Purple Cups and Champagne. Happy motherfucking New Year!
Season 5, man.
What it is? Season 5?
Season 5.
Damn, this will probably be the first season. Let's try to get 50 episodes into a season. Or you guys want to split it during July or some shit like that? Around your birthday.
What do you mean? Oh, to do another season around my birthday?
Yeah. Should we do a full year season?
I think yearly because we started what, 2016, didn't we?
Yeah.
Wow, we started shit in 2016. What, summer 2016?
No, 2017.
2017?
It was March 9th, 2017.
So what did we just skip I think we had like a one episode
I can't
season.
remember the date.
We did.
We did.
We did have a one episode season.
Yeah. It took a while before we.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, my birthday will be a.
The halfway
Yeah,
split,
the
kind of
halfway
like a TV series.
I like
Yeah,
that.
Remember
exactly.
they did that with Heroes?
I was gonna
Season?
say Heroes too.
They
Depending
fucking
if we-
killed it, son.
depending if we
That
get-
shit broke your heart, man.
Dude.
You never stop talking about that shit.
If we get
You got me into that shit. And then season 2, they split it because of the writers thing.
The writers.
They came back with like
writer strike.
fucking teenage writers making the garbagest story in history, dude.
Yeah, Peter Petrelli, all of them. They were rocking early on though.
Anyway, so yeah, Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to season 5. It's 2021. Let's get shit popping. How do you guys start your new year? What you guys did? Who you were with? Let us know. Joshua.
I was in the hospital, man. I was working.
You're
You
working,
okay?
huh? The way you said it is like you were sick,
I was taking
but
care of
yeah,
people.
yeah.
I was like, yes, cheers. Nah, people.
What do you guys do like as a group? I'm sure you guys like count down a little bit together. No?
in the hospital?
Yeah.
I kind of got away from everybody, and I went to speak to my wife on FaceTime.
Oh, nice.
During
Okay.
the time, yeah. But they gave us that time anyway, like during the hospital, everyone. They also offered us champagne, like in a nurse's lounge and shit like
Alright,
that.
good.
But I wasn't gonna go.
You know
there
what's fucked
just-
up? If it's like, dee, dee, dee,
Tony.
on the ball drop.
You're wildin'.
That is dark, bro. Yeah. Second time I tell you that today too. I'm like, yo, this dude is dark, bro.
Yeah, so let's not lose any more sponsors. I was gonna say.
It's a bright year.
Actually, I was gonna say. So while my sick grandmother's there, you guys are getting your buzz on.
Word.
So-
Yeah. I feel you.
It's not too far. From
Well,
what Johnny was
I
saying.
tell people all the time, like, listen, man. People be like, can you lower it down? I'm like, I lower it down. By the time I boy, I'm like, they gotta understand this is a job for people.
Right.
At the end of the day, I'm a fucking human, not a robot. I'm not gonna just.
Fact though,
Right,
people
right.
die every day, B.
I forget that that's happening around me sometimes. I'm talking to my boy about the next shift
That's a
and
good
how they
thing.
fucking not giving us extra. You know. it's
Yo, I
a
just
job.
pushed 3 bodies down the hall and they want me to do another one? Like,
Yeah. Yo,
I'm tired, son.
shit
It's
like-
fucking 12 a.m.
Believe it or not,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't complain about shit like that, but
your body does.
people say shit that like
Oh.
that. No, I'm saying I wouldn't say that kind of shit.
I
But,
would.
Yeah, I know you would.
1,000%. The bodies are dead. I'm
Why?
not
Why don't the
being
girls get to take the bodies down?
Like,
Shit
what's
that.
up? They want eagle rice? They want to play football?
Jeez, that was terrible.
We had.
Dude, you lost your touch?
had
The
this-
bottle pop. Did you hear the bottle pop? Because I didn't.
I mean,
Wait,
you're gonna have to edit that in.
it sounds like a silencer.
You're gonna have to edit that in, man. 100%. You're gonna have to edit that
Johnny's
in.
gonna,
Nah, son.
Johnny's gonna do it like.
That was.
Judge, please edit that and put the face pop.
This is actually a fine champagne. It's called Jade. The lady at the liquor store sold me 2 because she was cute.
She got the sale of being cute.
Son, she got me, man. She's like, hey, do you like champagne?
Johnny
I was telling Joshy, I was like, mad amp. Like, actually, I have a podcast. It's called Purple Cups and Champagne, but the and is an X. She's like, oh, do you want to try the champagne? And I'm like,
Johnny
yeah,
did all
sure.
that for a maybe at the end of the conversation.
It was no maybe.
She'll be like,
She was just looking straight
check
over
your
me and
podcast
shit.
out. Maybe.
Hey, anything,
It crosses
anything
crosses
to
mine.
get that click, man. Anything to
I was
get
like,
that
hey,
click, man.
can you hit the follow right now?
That's a fact.
And she's like, oh, I can't use my phone at work.
Well, we know
Yeah.
what Cheddie does it for. You know,
Nah,
his podcast.
1,000%.
So that's definitely down his
I
lane.
mean,
He
man,
makes
I
sense.
What's the
got-
name of the champagne?
I got
Jade,
5K views on a episode, so I'm
Jade.
a different type of individual in
That's
2021.
it. Jade, and this one is the rosé, so it's nice and rosé.
I mean, basically, there's no difference between this and Ace of Spade.
It's
It looks
actually-
exactly the same.
I'll be honest with you. I only tasted the Brute, and the Brute actually, I thought it was Ace. I really thought it was Ace. I was like, this is fucking fantastic. Haven't tasted the rosé, so let's see what that's like.
This is like, you know how like Sony is a brand name, and then they have like
You only
the
serve it
other.
yourself?
No, I'm gonna pass it around before I keep serving.
Oh.
For real.
I don't know, man.
Nah.
So Cheddie, you were with your fam on New Year.
Yeah, man.
I was with the baby too.
with my
But what were you
fam.
doing?
My fam, just bringing the new year together.
Just spreading shit.
Super spreader
Yeah, we had a
event.
little bit of a spreader, you know. I think I got tested like 2 days later. No lie.
Yeah, you heard.
And like, yo, it was a lot of pressure. I was like, damn, I do not want to be the one because then I
Yeah.
got to hit everybody up to be like, yo, look,
No
you
show
know,
this week.
Not y'all, man. Talking about fucking my family. I had to hit them up to be like, yeah. So you guys were at my party, we were rocking out, and you know, I had the vid. But nah, everything came back negative and stuff. So no, it was a nice New Year. You know what I mean? I spun a little bit for everybody, so that was cool.
But you spun what?
DJ'd, man.
There we go. Let them know what you are, man.
Word.
DJ No Name.
Nah, man. Yeah, I got to get a DJ name this year. That's
DJ
gonna be,
will
that's on
name
top.
this DJ later.
That's on top. Yeah, I don't know. It's about to be DJ 4.2K views. That's what I got.
Facto.
Y'all check out.
Cheers.
Check
Yo,
out.
Buddha, this is where we
check
do
out
cheers.
episode 38. 4K
Cameraman's
views.
back, not acting like
Cheers,
a cameraman. I don't know what he's up to, man. Thanks.
We went 3 weeks without social media.
Because I hired him to be a social media exec. I hired you to be a cameraman.
He does it all though for us.
Pause.
He said-
Terrible.
All right, so who's going to blow the whistle?
I guess you can go ahead.
No, I'm not talking about this shit.
You're the fucking host.
Oh, you're right. So apparently Trump made a phone call to Georgia's Secretary of State. I haven't heard the call, but Cheddie's going to play it right now.
Oh, I didn't know I was gonna play it. I just have the transcript.
Oh,
I mean,
can you read the
Yeah,
transcript?
you don't even have to read the transcript. Just
Nah,
paraphrase.
Can you make his voice?
If I read the transcript, we'd be here all night. He pretty much asked Georgia's
Damn, this is good.
senators in Georgia to find the 11,000 votes that I need.
Yeah, that I heard. Yeah,
It's
specifically.
fucking committing treason
Yeah.
on a phone. Like, you can't make this stuff up.
Yeah.
So now all this stuff that he said in the past, like, has always been wiped off as, like, the president was just joking, or don't take it, like, if you really take the time to read this stuff, it's...
You didn't find it funny?
Yeah, hell yeah, I found it funny. Yo, it was amazing. That's what I fucking call him. He's fucking some Tony Soprano shit, some mob shit. That's some like,
That is some mobster shit.
if you're loyal to me, you know, you'll be taken care of. And these guys, they're asking to break the Constitution, and they're looking at it as like, yo, like, no, there is no, like, you know what I mean? Like, if I say I do this for you and this comes out, like, we're all going down. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so that senator from Georgia even went on air and was like, yo, like, there's no way that anything was wrong with the votes and stuff like that. So like, we're gonna have the Mambo on that show, so that's gonna be pretty funny. We're gonna do that show the day before the inauguration.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's gonna happen.
I just
It's
want to
gonna-
talk
it's
about
gonna
the
be
new
some
regime. Could we
WWE
not, like,
shit.
Well, I
repeat?
want to ask you guys this.
Is he leaving? Yes.
Do you think? Well, do you think that he would even get like in trouble after the fact for anything that he's done, Trump, from this point on, like right now?
No. I think, again, I told you guys this before. He already made his pact with the Clinton administration, the ones that run all this stuff.
Yeah.
And he's good to go. That's pretty much why he's doing all this extra shit now, like making it look like, I'm not even fucking with these Republicans, man. Because that was part of the pact that the Clintons made. Like, we won't come after you. We won't have the Biden campaign come after you and all this stuff and legal affairs. As long as when you leave, because you are leaving, stop the shit, you do things accordingly. So now he's kind of like trying to side with them, but then this shit comes out, so you kind of like, wait, what's going on? But it's all part of the media.
You know what I
to make
appreciate
sure
about you,
that-
man?
what?
For like you, you go all in on your conspiracy theory shit.
Oh,
man.
he's full of shit. Like,
No.
So we
Handsome-
left him. That was a quick side story. We left him alone with one of Faiz's friends that doesn't watch basketball. Right?
Yeah.
You can tell he doesn't watch basketball.
Left him. You talking about handsome?
We left Handsome alone together, right? Yeah, sorry. We left
I
Handsome
love that
alone
you bring
together
a brand new, fresh story to
and
me
they're-
right
no,
now.
because it's funny. 'cause
I don't
it
remember
just
this.
It happened last night.
Yeah.
So we left him alone. That's when Folk of the Child went on fire, but that was pretty funny. We'll get to that. So, happy birthday, Fa. So
here
we
either.
leave them alone to, like, we went to go get cigars upstairs, and then I come downstairs and I hear, so this is why the Timberwolves aren't going to be in the finals. And I'm like, why are you telling this young man this? Like, why? But the way he sounds so passionate about it.
Yeah.
I broke it down how it's going to be, why the Nets and the Timberwolves
Get
will
the
be in the
fuck outta
finals,
here.
according to me. Yeah, and the kid kind of was like,
Honestly,
and he's an avid basketball fan, so it's not like he's just some
Trump-
random kid.
Trump needs him in the
Word. No,
he
anybody
would've- he
can
would've
use
broke
that
it
guy.
down like,
I
yo,
said that today.
Anybody,
where the-
anybody could use this
where
guy
the
right here.
11K votes are.
I told my niece that today, Aubrey. We were passing
Word.
by
You'll find it.
this office, like one of
You'll
those,
find it, dog.
I'm telling you, one of those
No, you
public affair offices. And I was like,
Yeah.
damn, I missed my calling. I should have been a
Better call
politician.
Saul.
Some
Better
shit, dude.
Call-
I should have been a politician, a lawyer, one of them shits, man.
No, you're Better Call
Hanson
Saul,
will
bro.
go into the obituary and literally make like 11 like ballads, you
Yeah.
know, or 11,000 ballads.
Bro, he'll
and then
figure
be
it
like,
out.
yo, I found it behind this trash. You know why I found it? So I was flipping this house.
Scumbag
I saw it
shit,
in the
bro.
backyard.
Listen, I'm
They
glad
stacked it
you
over
guys
here.
believe these stories.
You know what I mean?
I would never do anything against
Listen,
the law
man.
just to
Oh,
get some
gosh.
votes. I wouldn't, man.
And especially to get votes and shit like that. Like if you're talking about presidency,
Right.
power, like, dog, come on, bro.
Listen, do you guys want more views on our videos or not?
Yeah.
All right, so let's stop this
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, that's true.
You guys got-
take the fall.
no one
That's
knows
the
how these
problem.
video
That's the
views come
problem.
up,
People
huh?
talk all this shit, and then all of a sudden, when push comes to shove, we need you.
That's what I'm telling you,
know what I
man.
mean? You need the bad
Son,
guy.
I'm the balance.
You need the bad guy. But you know what's crazy about Trump? I
Oh,
think
we're not
about
saying that we don't need you. We're saying that Trump needs you.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
we're saying. You know what I mean?
anybody can
Yeah,
use you,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
but Trump definitely needs you.
100%.
You'll be able to pull it off for him.
I
But
think
look,
you guys are confused.
you know, when I think about Trump and stuff, one thing I want to mention is like, sometimes I think like it's better that people don't feed into like all the like, oh, get him arrested for this, he should get in trouble for this, whatever. Especially at this point.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We just want him to give it up now.
Nah,
just
for
give
sure.
it up, bro. Like,
But
it's not. I'm not even on some shit like, you know, there's some people that's like, oh, it needs to burn. I don't give a fuck at this point, bro.
Yeah, I think that's the best
don't
path
care.
too, because
I don't care.
the best thing that can happen is like he just disappears because he's irrelevant.
For instance, when he said the whole thing about how people are gonna die in this pandemic, right? Like, it's just gonna happen. Like, it's fucking crazy. But honestly, a lot of people in his position are thinking the same thing. They just won't say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't make what he said right, but he's just saying it, and he's not showing any type of compassion.
Yeah.
So that's it.
No,
You know
but
what I mean?
I'm
on some
okay
shit
with
where,
that
like, yo,
mindset. I'm okay with that mindset, which is why even when people go crazy with the China virus thing, and they
Nah, that's
look,
not right.
No, no, I get that it's not right. I'm not even arguing that.
Like, I wouldn't want
He
anybody
knows
to say
what
the
he's-
Spanish flu.
I-
Even though they did say it back then,
Bro.
But I wouldn't want anybody to say that. That's
Honestly, I never
fucked
had
up.
an issue with Spanish flu. But my issue is,
that
he's
shit's irrelevant.
doing it to be offensive,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he's doing it in a way where it's not technically offensive because he's not saying anything that's offensive. He's
Well,
talking
he's
about the
already-
origin country where it came from.
He's always had beef with China, though, so I guess that's why people.
No, we know that he's saying it to be offensive,
Right.
but technically he's not. It's not really an offensive term because really you're just saying the country of origin, and with you know what I mean. Like, so he knows what he's doing. My point is that he knows what he.
China.
My point is that he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But like, the more people feed into it and they rile up, I think that's like the actual like opposite of what we should be doing at any point with him. I think the best thing to do is just, especially at this point that he lost already, is just kind of treat him like irrelevant and just let him like die down naturally, which will happen.
Uncle Bernie tell you that?
Well, you kind of got to follow his, in a way. You kind of got to follow his mindset or his, you know. I'm always asking them, or I'm always guided by Bernie in the sense of
Bernie's your guy, man.
politics. Listen, Bernie's been literally the same kind of person since the 70s.
All right,
means a lot.
Real quick before we switch gears,
That means a lot.
there is a part of the phone call where he goes, where the guy, one of the people on the call go, you know, you can't listen to social media saying a lot of things, Mr. President, but you have to say. He goes, no, there is no social media. It's my media. And I was like, yo, it was like
That's
one
my
of those.
man right
What'd I
there.
tell you?
see
I like
what I'm
that
saying?
shit,
It was
bro.
one of those things where it was just like, yo, it's just like you talking to like. I was just talking to like that's
Talking
some
to the
shit.
president. Get
Yeah.
your
He
shit
said,
straight.
but he also said some other shit like where they were asking him about the voting thing. He's
No, he
like,
said Trump media.
like
That's what he said,
haven't
Trump
you
media.
seen it? It's like it's all over the internet.
No.
Like that was his response to it.
He-
It's everywhere. It's all over the internet. Haven't you seen it?
Yeah, you didn't see the meme? Like, he said stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, yo,
Yo,
what
like-
fucking president says shit like that? Yo, that's fucking crazy.
You can find literally anything on the internet.
Oh, my gosh,
Literally
man.
anything on the internet.
I mean, that's his main media outlet.
I'm not mad at him for even doing it.
Like, I'm not surprised.
It's just
You're saying
sad that there's so many people.
That I get my updates through Twitter about what's going on in my country.
that.
It's fucking
1,000%.
crazy.
No, I don't think that's really that sad. That's just modern
That's
media.
modern times. That's what I'm
Modern
saying right
media,
now.
man.
That's fucking
I was thinking
sad.
about that today because we were getting information today like instantly, and I'm like, it's crazy that nowadays you even like in a group chat or something like that, you're rushing to be the first one to give people information. Like back in the day when Tupac died, everybody got the information at the same time, either the nightly news on TV or you got the newspaper the next day.
Yeah,
But-
MTV News broke
you know what
that,
I mean?
broke that.
Right
Yeah,
now, you're getting
yeah.
information so quick that shit's random, and you're getting. That's why we get multiple like bad news in the same day type shit. You know?
Right.
Well, that's kind of why I don't watch the news. Because at the end of it, you're going to catch it anyway. Somebody's going to text you.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to say you this and that. Like,
That's the ultimate truth. It's hard to
Yeah.
live that way.
what?
But it's hard to live that way, like to
Not
like,
watch the news?
Yeah, to make that adjustment. It's almost like a habit. We built a habit.
You said,
We
yeah,
built a habit,
exactly.
so-
I didn't build the habit. That's what I'm saying. Like, I built the
And
habit.
you built a habit that
toward
you
not doing
exactly,
it. Yeah,
then
yeah.
you reversed it.
For obvious reasons. But actually, the news I got today was from you, and it made me very sad. About Dr. Dre.
Oh yeah.
What's up with that aneurysm
Yeah, man,
shit?
that shit-
Is it true though,
That shit came out. Well,
or is it a COVID cover up?
yo, who reported that? Cheddie?
Oh, TMZ. It's all
TM
over.
you
It's
know,
all over.
if that's,
Nah, TMZ
nah,
complex.
I'm not even joking right now.
Yeah.
I know it used to be a joke,
They
but
got
if,
Kobe before anybody.
bro, if TMZ reports it, that shit is like,
They got Kobe and said everything the way it was before people were still like,
bro,
we think that such and such. and
TMZ
this
is
and
the
that.
truth.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, man.
It's hard for me to even.
It's Harvey's shit, right?
Yeah, I think so, right? I mean, I know he's part of it. I don't know if it's like.
I think he's one of the producers. Yeah, he produces the court show. He
Made it.
produces that.
Made it.
He's the Ryan Seacrest of bad news.
Shout out to Harvey.
Well, Hanson's favorite rapper, LL Cool J, just said Dre's recovering nicely.
Nice. Thank God.
tell you
Because
something.
I hope he's right.
Earlier they had said he's fighting for his life.
He was in ICU, bro.
and
That's,
then
that's
now
it's always serious. when
LL
you're in
Cool
ICU.
J. How would LL Cool J make a song about Dr. Dre?
I'm not mentioning like they both use steroids.
How would he make? I just listened to an episode today of you impersonating LL Cool J. It was fucking hilarious.
Ooh, yo.
Of him rapping like LL Cool J.
Yo, I can't remember off the top of my head, man.
Yo, you're pretty good at that.
No, it
Johnny,
was-
every
it
single
was-
time you impersonate
yo,
somebody
it was-
rapping,
Yo, it was awesome, man. It
You
was
do
so
pretty good,
funny.
man.
It
I
was so
hear life in sound.
you should have done a whole compilate, like a song. Like
I should have done the Ari Spears.
Jacket for beats. But like,
Jacket for flows.
exactly.
Oh, jacket for styles.
Word.
Yeah, because then I got to do the voice as well.
Yo,
not just the
just
flow.
cut this whole part out and just do it, bro. Don't even
Alright.
like don't give anyone
This
your
never
idea.
happened.
Yeah,
Jacket for styles 2021. What did they
and
report
then
though?
2022, 2023, like fucking
no.
reports
These
going on.
reported that he had
2008.
a brain aneurysm, and then they're saying that he's recovering nicely.
Dre's
So,
recovering nicely.
yeah.
Sorry, man. We're reading this news. It's fresh news,
It's-
and we're getting it at the point right
It's
now.
one of those things that, like, I think we're gonna have to realize that, like, folks that we, actors, athletes, musicians that we all grew up on, they're obviously older than us. Now by like 15 to 20 years, that they're gonna start. It's gonna start happening. Eventually, where they're gonna start passing. You know what I
Especially
mean?
with like with
So I know
crazy.
we lost two that were 24 years old. Like Dre's in his 50s, right? So I mean, it's not like a
No,
surprise.
I'm just saying.
But
I'm
no,
just saying,
and I think you guys are on the
I'm
same
saying
page
it-
with that in
yeah.
a sense because
Yeah.
you're saying like
it's inevitable.
But
that,
people
like,
that they're
Dre,
dying naturally
exactly.
Right.
compared to where we've.
that's what I was
known
gonna say
them
about rap
before.
too specifically is that like people haven't we didn't have legends until unfortunately we don't really treat people like legends until like the 80s.
Well, because the
You know what I mean?
artist, the artists are still young. If you compare it to like rock and roll
for
and
sure,
country music,
no,
right?
for sure, yeah.
So like when we were like younger, and then like I'm sure like rock and roll legends.
But
were
also we
passing.
have a bad tendency also, which is another big thing that we
What?
should talk about. Whatever is like of
people on
not
a
praising
pedestal?
not praising.
Oh,
Oh,
give
give
them
them
the
flowers when they're here.
Yeah, there's a lot of
yeah.
people, and I remember when Nas dropped Hip Hop Is Dead, he was talking about that there would be like homeless like people who were legends in rap. You know what I mean? The Fat Boys and shit like
Nori,
that. Like,
out of yeah, he says a lot of like crazy things. But
don't
there was
think
one
Fat
thing
Boys
that he
are
says
homeless,
where
but-
he felt like that hip hop needed like a union.
He
yeah.
stole that from Joe Budden.
Yeah.
Not only Joe Budden, Lupe Fiasco has been. I
But
think
Lupe and Joe did it together. That's
But,
what the
yeah.
whole
yeah,
shit
yeah,
was.
yeah.
But he
Talking
was
about like retirement
he
fund
was
type
saying
shit.
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
like
But they need everybody like Jay to get together and everybody.
yeah,
like
not
Cool
happening.
G Rap or one of the Fat Boys. I'm not saying that they are, but like they shouldn't be homeless. Like
Yeah.
they shouldn't like those guys that paved the way
Yeah.
for these guys to live like how they live. You know what I mean? Those guys should definitely, you know what I mean? Should be taken care of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
at the same
there's
time-
people from that time that still produce, right? So I can't sit there and be like, well, special ed because he was one of the people that paved it should be getting reparations when, you just couldn't last. You didn't have a lasting career.
Yeah, but you know what? Like you got to give them a bottom line, like health insurance, shit like that. Like think about
Yeah.
it. Think about how bad it is for hip hop if special ed looks like he can't get help from anybody, and then he has to ask for like donations or charity. Like that shit should be something that kind of like hip hop takes care of. Like some legends take care of already. And I get it that you expect it to happen anyway. You expect that if he's in a bad situation, maybe somebody reaches out to him from the past or whatever that, Russell Simmons, somebody, whatever, reaches out to him and can help him out or whatever. But if it's not a given, it's very easy for hip hop to say, yo, you know what, man? Talking about union dues.
Yeah.
Minimal.
The thing is this. I look at it like it's a small business,
Yeah.
right? There's no union dudes for Contreras Rain LLC, right? If I don't fucking produce, if I don't create something that will give me dividends and things of that nature, there is no union dues. Same goes for hip hop. It's more like you have no ceiling. Whereas opposed working for a corporation, working for different businesses that are already established, then yes, you are due certain things because there's just a ceiling and a cap of where you can go. When you have the ability to either be an LL Cool J or be mention some 80s guy, Buddha.
Random 80s guy.
All right, let's go back to special.
Special, like, come on,
we're
we're supposed to give a new person, man.
Yeah,
We're
like or MC
Yo,
Shan.
Real's so disappointed.
MC
Real's
Shan,
so
right?
disappointed in you. You have to see the look he gave. He's like, come
Marley
on,
Marl.
bro.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
What are you here for?
guys.
Wake up, wake up.
We need the boom back section.
You know what I mean?
To get on it, man.
But think about that, right?
Yeah.
So you had those opportunities. Granted, you didn't make it.
Yeah.
Right? Like you just didn't. I'm sorry. And so the same thing goes for anybody starting a business. That's just the nature of it. That's what comes with it.
You know,
So-
but I think that's a structure that already existed. I think you're talking about the way things were traditionally already. But I think that if hip hop has the opportunity to do that, which they do, there's no reason they can't do that.
They won't do that because you're going for your own shit. It's
Yeah,
not
but,
like hip-hop
people
is
have
a corporation.
more than enough. I'm talking about you don't even need everybody to do it. You just have people who have more than enough that are capable, more than capable of doing it. And there's a reason for it. Because if there were no reason for it, okay. There's a reason for it because you don't want to give a bad image to hip hop. You want the ball to keep rolling. You want
I don't know.
it to be a bigger picture thing.
I guess.
The same way Jay takes care of like people and it's like for a reason.
His people. So
It's not only his people. He
takes
reaches
care of
out and
his.
takes care of like younger people just because.
He does to an extent.
But it's for a reason. It's for a bigger picture for him. It's for him to be like the godfather of hip hop because it's like a building bridges thing, which is still part of that
But
like kind of
someone-
mindset of
but
like.
someone has to take the reins and do it. We can't just keep saying, "Well, we know he's you."
No, I'm not asking Jay, yeah, I'm
not
not
only
asking Jay.
not maybe not to stroke his
It's
ego,
self-serving,
but
dude.
but because he wants him a part of Rock Nation later on or this way. But at the same time, he's willing to do it though. Now, what happens if he was on his high horse? Like, and we're gonna talk about Eminem and Snoop, but like sometimes we don't really hear what Eminem does. You know what I mean? Maybe he does do a lot, but we don't hear about it. You understand?
I'm sure they all
he takes
do.
care of Bazaar
I'm sure they all do, yeah.
and fucking D12.
No,
and
I'm
stuff.
sure they all do to some
You know what I
extent
mean?
in
Yeah,
general in
but
hip hop.
at the same time,
Royce,
it's
he's
like-
always stuck to Royce, and Royce is
Yeah, but Royce can actually rap though.
Yeah,
You
what he did with the
I'm
other
talking
D12
about-
guys.
What
That's
about
true.
what about the
he gave him an
person-
album? They don't even
No, and that's what I'm saying. So they had the opportunity.
Yeah.
Hence why I can't sit there and be like, yo, you deserve this and that because you had the opportunity
maybe-
to take that and reinvest it, do whatever you're going to do.
Well, to go a little further, maybe then not everyone should get whatever. It should be like a certain level of hip hop because, like I said, there's certain people who are literally pioneers to the game. And I'm not even Mr. Hip Hop head, but they're
also
like
another thing too. These guys are when they are on and the man. They also dicks to people. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't know who these guys are.
There's people who are
the
dicks in
guys
unions,
the
for
guys
real.
who will go over to
Work
them and be
real
like,
jobs.
"Yo, listen to my tape," and like would look at them and be
listen
like,
to my demo.
"Get the fuck out of my face." You
Yo,
know what I'm saying?
I
I'm sure.
feel you.
How many times Eminem they probably went up to
But-
somebody?
but
that was
be-
like,
okay,
yo,
Yo,
but-
Fat Joe
you're
has
like,
7 chances to
sign Eminem.
sign
Okay,
Eminem, son.
as a matter of fact,
That's wild.
in sports,
Yeah.
you pave your own way. They have players union.
100%.
They have player union in every sport.
Because they're part of a big corporation.
Okay, but hip hop would be part of like a big label, even though it's not a big.
They're
specific
not. They're separate entities. That's what I'm trying to say. It has to be. It really has to be like a J, a Puff, like the
Yeah,
top
no.
head.
That's what I'm trying to say.
to create
to themselves.
something.
That's what I'm trying to say, and they should.
But
And they should because they have more than enough. It's a drop in the. And I'm not even trying to put.
you know
I'm
what?
not even trying to think about
Yeah.
their pockets. I promise you, because it's not even about that.
no, I think it goes back
I'm
to what
just saying
Cheddie said.
it's so minimal to them.
fresh. It's so new that they're not at a point yet where because everybody still until Jay
That's true,
and
too.
these. So this is nothing. This is the same shit I said about Lil Baby saying like.
No, they're the first. They're the first legends. They're the first
yeah,
godfathers.
you
That's
understand?
true.
So
That's true.
it's a building block.
I
Like,
think until Jay becomes Barry Gordy, Jimmy Iovine, those type of guys like that.
He's
level,
already there.
but I was saying,
But it's only one him.
But, right. Until
there's more,
Right,
Jay-
until
yeah,
there's
yeah,
more
for
do
like
other
him.
genres have this type of thing?
No. I don't think they do. But
you
I
see
think it's a
why
fresh
I say
idea. But
Jay isn't that yet is because what other act, and I'm not, and I could be wrong, but what other act besides rap does he have? See, where Jimmy is like, and I'm not saying about who has more bread. I'm talking about the actual like power. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think once Jay gets and other people like Puff, once they get to that point where they got different types of acts, where it's like, yo, I got my hand. Like, I love how Hov has Rock Nation like sport for sports. Like, he's got his hands in different stuff. I think that's when it's gonna come to the point. Like I said, it's only one him, but there needs to be more. And once there is more, I think it's gonna get to that point. But like I said, I feel it's not in the infant stage, but
Only one hole.
we're probably hip hop is probably like equivalent to a 12-year-old right now or something like that, junior high school kid.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that a pause to say this?
I don't know. I just felt
Yeah, we
weird
can't
talking
be
about
talking about little
12-year-olds.
kids, man.
Yeah, it's felt weird
Because I said 12-year-old.
Yeah, don't reach out.
Yo, nowadays, what if somebody what if somebody jumps ahead in the YouTube and they just hear 12-year-olds? They're like, yo, whoa.
Then they're
Get me off this
stupid
page.
Then they're stupid then. Then I hope they're not a part of the 4K that we
Get
got.
me, get me off this page.
What do you think about elder statesman Snoop talking that shit about Eminem and Eminem shying back? Like, what do you think he was talking shit?
No, he was talking shit.
Yeah, I don't. Well, you have it because I think all Snoop said really was like, "Yo, he's not one of the hip hop gods to me," and he mentioned a bunch of old heads like what Joshy's talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People
The
from
80s dudes.
He had like 2 people probably from the 90s. So I kind of understood what his pedestal was because that's what music he grew up on, right? But I think where Eminem had more of a beef was more so like, yo, we family. Like, you've told people, like, I'm one of your favorite rappers.
It was for Snoop to say, I don't think he had an issue. And if you heard what M said, M said, I didn't have an issue with him naming these guys over me because I have these guys over me. I had an issue of, and I think it's M being humble. Like, I definitely don't think that.
I don't think there's humility in line.
I'm looking at the, I also think because Eminem is a white rapper that he won't step over those boundaries and say this person's nicer than me.
He gotta stop
or
that.
I'm nicer than this person, whatever the case may be. So because I think Eminem is not stupid. He knows that, like, and we're gonna get to this as part as well too, because I heard a really good podcast this week discussing this
don't mention this
particular thing about Eminem. Yeah, so the folks that he was naming ahead of M, and M was kind of like, yo, I'm cool with them being nicer than me. But the fact of, like, Snoop said this whole thing of, like, yeah, but with Eminem shit, I could do without that. You know what I mean? And he,
I didn't know that part. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I sent you the topics like 3 days.
No, I can't read the topic.
Yo,
If I
you
read the topic,
guys are the worst.
The
Both
show
of
is
you too.
destroyed.
You guys can't take no hits, man. Yo,
Nah.
Cheddie throws a shot at you, be like, nah.
Yo, but picture me reading the topics. That's what I'm saying.
No, but
like, even when I saw the list, I'm like, oh, I want to read, but I can't.
but no, because I like a better natural reaction.
Yeah, that's true. It's a balance.
We
man.
gotta do
It's
the
all a
phone call
balance.
thing.
It's all a balance.
Did you guys try the new app I sent you? Oh, talk about that later. Go ahead.
I have a kid, man.
No, so pretty much.
Fuck out of here.
He's not even a year old.
Not to stay on M and Snoop too long, but I guess it's one of those things that, like, look, if you have a friend and you guys are a part of a team, kind of like what we are right now,
PCXC, dude.
and do you feel comfortable judging them in public, or would you keep that behind closed doors? So now here's the thing, right? Say you got an album coming out,
Right.
and it's you going scoop diddy boop boop boop. That song that you like, right? And in my head, I'm like, I feel like that song sucks, right? But if I was on promo, or I come to Pro Cups and Champagne, or I go to any other podcast,
You do the Big Sean.
I'm sorry, my nigga, but I'm saying that shit is fucking fire.
You doing the Big Sean.
When Ivan Jasper, when Don C, they all said that Kanye song was fucking dope because that's their man. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like Snoop
Scoopity boopty.
shouldn't have said anything. You know what I mean? In that context of him, yo, for you to say, yeah, I could do without that. Like, yo, that's
I
heavy.
agree with you wholeheartedly, Cheddie.
That's heavy. Now,
Yeah.
me personally, I didn't even listen to M's last album. Like, you sent us a text saying, yo, you know M had a side B that came out? And normally I would, but I'm just not checking
Actually-
for it. Now, would Jay-Z have a side B that I would miss?
No
or
way.
Pause. That's
Yeah.
would Nas have a, you know what I mean?
That word, that
I wouldn't
was-
miss those. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And I don't know
side
if
B
it's,
can count for side butt.
Yeah.
it's one of those things like, yo, I'm not missing.
gay.
And I wasn't checking it for M because,
Just think about it. It's like side piece, like side butt.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, he got a side butt.
yeah.
Nah, yo, Cheddie, I'm sorry.
But,
I'm sorry, Cheddie. Nah, but yo, you know what's funny that you say that, Cheddie? Because when I looked
Says
it up,
what?
I was confused. I was like, music to be murdered by, whatever, right? And then I was like, but didn't the album come out? And I was like, oh shit, the
There
album
you
came
go.
out.
There
No,
you
but
go.
wait. And then when I looked
There
it up,
you
and then
go.
I had to look up more to figure out, oh
But-
shit, he just dropped a side B
And
to
it
that.
wasn't even about the promo. It was about the fact that you didn't care enough to be like,
Nah, it's a fact. But it was
Oh,
about the promo
shit.
too, though.
Dude, but it's also
Let it
how we're
drop.
getting music now. We
No,
spoke about this before.
No, it was
Yeah,
about the promo
no.
too.
Next episode, we're talking about
if
that.
Jay-Z just dropped an album at 12 o'clock, yo, we're all listening.
But can
to
I
it
just
driving
say
home.
the first?
Of course, because he's still involved in other things now, like you said.
Wait,
He's branched
So you
out.
feel like Eminem is just like hides in his basement and then
And just
came out.
raps.
Wait, and yeah, not only that. Can I just say, when I found the album, when I found out that he dropped another
You
album,
said too much rapping.
No,
too much
no,
rapping.
I haven't heard it yet.
Oh.
Right, but you know,
Joshy was playing Cardi
it's
B that whole
exhausting.
week.
No, I wasn't. I was playing Playboy Cardi that whole
Oh,
week.
yeah.
Yes, Playboy Cardi. Yes. Which I do like the album. Like one of the
My-
few people in the
my
world that like the
bad.
album. Everybody like trashing the album.
All right,
I
so
like
you're
it.
listening to Playboy Cardi all
But whatever.
week.
Yeah. So
Like,
anyway,
how you gonna hear
I'm
it?
gonna get
it's
around to
weird.
it.
Like they just hung out the other day, and
Who?
then he did that Breakfast Club.
What
interview.
other day?
Like
Who,
they just
Snoop?
saw each
Who,
other
Snoop
the
and
other
M?
day.
I see
Snoop
that.
and
there.
M?
I see Deshaun
Yeah,
Paul.
they just saw each other the other day.
Snoop and M?
Snoop and M.
Yeah.
And then he went to Breakfast Club, and then like they asked him about his top 10
Was he high?
and stuff like that. That's what I said. Well, now what Josh and I were talking about earlier, when Kanye said whatever or when Kanye was just like linking up with Trump, he was very vocal about that. And then I want to say a month later, Dre and Ye were in the studio together, and Snoop was putting like a private video of like them like oh it's popping right now, and it was Kanye and Dre. Like
Two legends.
So in my
Jesus
whole
is king too. The curse.
so in my whole thing is like yo like you gotta be
Talking about the shit.
you know you can't be so don't be so passionate about one thing And then, when it comes, and like I
Is
said,
he a Gemini?
Snoop couldn't do no wrong in my eyes. I don't know.
Yo,
I'll
dog.
check. You're not to over your drink.
You know how much I love when Johnny asks your horoscope
But
Nah, son.
I will
to
look up
describe
Snoop's,
to describe your whole fucking existence.
Snoop birthday. But yeah, like I say he could do no wrong, but at the same time, man, nah, he's what's October 20?
No,
Oh,
What
he's
is
a
that
Libra.
considered?
I wanted to say when I
Oh,
found
yeah, unbalanced.
when
Right?
Yeah.
when I found the Eminem album, though, one of the things they said that I agree with is that Eminem exhausted his surprise album drop, basically.
Wow.
And it's true. Like, yo, he
Wow.
keeps dropping like these surprise albums.
Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah,
I didn't think about
Yo,
that.
and it's like,
Wanting someone to care.
but it's just the same approach.
It's like
Yeah,
there's no
exactly. It's the same
surprise.
approach.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's,
It's
not
like-
it's like
yeah.
before the first, it was like, yo, Eminem came back out. He dropped now it's like,
Right.
yo, he dropped another surprise album.
It was like when Lemonade dropped.
It's not.
Everybody was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Wait. It is Lemonade, right?
What,
Yeah, you're talking about
Beyonce's
Beyonce.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Beyonce.
That was
Yeah,
the first surprise
But
album.
all girls,
No, but
but
she-
all girls went like crazy for that album.
Yeah,
no?
exactly. Yeah, but
Yeah.
there was an album, the last album you're talking about.
No, that was the first
What,
surprise album
what,
ever
The Carters.
No, the Lemonade wasn't the first surprise album ever.
in 2014. Who did the first surprise album ever?
It wasn't Lemonade.
Good question.
I don't think it was Lemonade. I think it was before Lemonade.
Maybe at.
Oh,
that-
you know what?
We'll, we'll say,
no,
we'll
you know
say
what?
At that. At
You know
that-
what? You're right. I think you're right. You
At
might be right.
being that
Because I know.
big,
I know
yeah.
how big Lemonade was when it was.
That was
surprise
like a
album. You're
first
right.
time where you're like,
You're right.
who did what?
Yeah.
How
I thought it was
does
the
that
album.
work?
I thought
And
it
the
was-
shit just
yeah.
blew up, and then everybody tried it after that.
Where everybody was just on the internet like buzzing about, oh, Beyonce dropped a surprise album. Sure.
Radiohead did it.
That doesn't
Oh
count.
yeah, no,
I'm
that,
talking
that
about
does
real
count.
world.
Johnny, don't disrespect Radiohead, man.
I'll disrespect Radiohead all day. This is a hip hop podcast.
It might be, but Radiohead makes good music, man. Trust me, I've dabbled
I've heard
in Radiohead.
massive amounts
Oh,
of
it's
Radiohead.
Beyonce
buddy.
had an album
You
called
have, bro?
Beyonce. That
Yeah,
was her
dude.
first.
Radiohead's
I'm
good,
a
man.
'90s kid, dude.
Radiohead's good though.
Yeah, they are good, but I'm not gonna use that here. Here, we're talking about Beyonce. Was the
Beyonce
first
their
surprise
album.
album.
Okay, as
It
long as
wasn't
you say-
Lemonade. It was just a Beyonce album.
Oh, you see, I knew it. I said the one before Lemonade.
Okay, that's what I meant. Any Beyonce album.
Applause for Josh being right here.
Nah, facts. Dude.
I
Yo,
admitted I was wrong and I was right.
you got it.
You guys fucked me up.
I mean,
man.
that wasn't
Pause.
part of the decision. I just don't remember the album titles. But anyway,
That was a good album too. I'm not gonna lie.
is that the one that had
Oh,
EXO?
if you're reading this, it's too late.
That had
It was a surprise
EXO. It
album.
had
Yeah.
Partition.
You guys
It had,
remember that?
All Ran
Yeah,
by
if
the
you're reading,
Dream.
if you're reading this, it was
Too
also
late. Was
I
a
was in
surprise album.
DR.
surprise album.
That's fire.
Nah, that was February. Yeah, I was in DR introducing Sharice's belly to her grandmother. I was like, "Hey, how you doing? It's the first time you meet me. I got your granddaughter pregnant.
Nice.
How you doing?"
I'm sure it's a common story out there, man.
Have you heard Drake? If you're reading this, is too late.
Yeah,
Just
it came out-
download it over your
For real,
Wi-Fi.
came
I
out
know
the
Johnny
day-
had one earphone on.
It
Like
came out the day
me at
before
the phone with
Valentine's
that.
Day.
What?
Day before Valentine's
Nice,
Day.
nice.
Yeah.
What a sucker for love. No wonder his shit is called Lover Boy, man.
This is a fire ass album though. This
When is
my
that
shit.
Lover Boy, man?
No, I didn't hear that shit yet. I'm talking about this.
Wow, you sound
Oh.
very disrespectful towards.
I didn't hear it, though.
Towards the.
Yo,
I did the
that's
Buddha.
possibly
Yeah.
one of my favorite
I didn't
collab
hear it.
albums ever. That's one of my favorite
Yeah, that's
collab
one of
albums
my
ever, son.
What?
If you're reading this too late.
Oh, word. Him
shit
and
was
him
fire.
and
Diggy's not listening to
Quinn
this
Miller.
anyway, so
Him and
don't
Quinn
matter.
Miller, they
Go
fucking
in.
It was Quentin, the other three writers that he has,
Yeah.
but shit was fire.
P&D for sure.
This
Yeah.
album was fire. You
Legit.
could- I don't care if it was like 40
you could-
people on it. This shit
It was worth
fucking
it.
Dope.
That was the last shit that he
was
did
dope.
that
Well,
kind of
let me
was
say
like
this. How about this?
game
For me,
changing.
That's right. my
That album
favorite.
was incredible, but it was literally based off of like the first 6-7 songs. I'm just being honest with you.
Name the last six. I don't remember.
I think Six God was towards the end,
You
so
and-
that
you
was
and the
dope.
six guy.
That shit was fire.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
shit
it was
with
dope.
the
It
shit
was
with him and Travis Scott was dope. Nah, I like that whole.
Travis
album.
Scott was on that album?
I didn't
Yep.
like it. I didn't even remember. Oh, you know what I like towards the end? The only song I like towards the end was Lil Wayne and him song. Love that song. Star 6-9, I think it is.
Star 6-7.
Star 6-7.
Star 6-7. Star 6-7, so people you can block your number when you call somebody.
Yeah. Star 6-9 is to call back.
Yes. That's like
Hey,
call ID.
does that stuff even still work? For real?
Haven't tried it in 2 years.
In 10 years, you didn't even give a number. You just
I was like,
mumbled out.
got stuck here.
Yo, so another big thing that came down last minute.
Oh, I don't want to talk about this. This hurts my heart.
So speaking of the God, you know what I'm talking
Kim
about. The
Kardashian is not a fucking god,
No,
dude.
he's
She
a
just
goat.
has a lot
He's
of
a goat.
followers.
Definitely not her. Kim and Kanye, supposedly. You know, the thing is, they reported this mad times, and it's not even to get into like the
Nah, it's
gossip
real
of it,
this
but
time.
because we're gonna get into the music side of it, you know. But Kim and Kanye supposedly, yeah, split. A lot of people reporting it like Complex, and
He's a Gemini.
I think Page 6 was reporting in New York Post.
Yeah, Page 6 has it. People.
No, it's a rap. It has to be a rap. There's only so many times that shit can go
Shit lasted
on.
way longer than anybody even
Yeah.
really thought. I mean, even when they got married, it was like, oh, come on, man.
Well, no, hopefully.
I'm just being
he
honest
can-
with you. Like
Nah,
that's
yeah.
what everybody thought at the time.
He
Especially
can-
she left Humphreys like months after she got married with him too. So
It wouldn't work, dude. It wasn't gonna work now, especially since he found Jesus and she's still in the devil cult. Like, at the end of the day, that energy is gonna just fight constantly.
Yeah.
He keeps trying to save her and bring her to the bright side, the light. Bring her to Jesus, our Savior, our Lord, and it's not gonna happen.
She's in love with money.
She don't want to be saved.
He saved her though.
It's an ill song right
Did
there,
they
bro.
save each other?
Well,
Nah, you
I
think he's
know-
cooler with it now because he's a billionaire?
I know he wanted to be with her though. Like that was
Yeah,
his
for
dream
sure.
girl.
No,
So that's
no,
where,
dude. He
like,
chased us in 2003.
yeah,
He drew a stick figure
And he got her
of
in
him like next
2012.
to some in like a family picture or something like that. Some
He
wild.
got Humphreys fired. B. He got Jay to remove this kid.
Yeah.
just
That's
to make sure.
fucking sick.
That's love. But he's a Gemini. They're kind of sick. No offense, Jigs. I mean, you don't even watch the show anymore. You don't listen. You don't exist.
No, but
Well, great music is coming out of this.
but are you sure about that, man?
Yeah, his best albums were before Kim, and his greatest albums will be now after. There's nothing like Heartbreak. There's nothing like Pain.
But are you
I
gonna?
think-
but are
What
you,
if- what
are
if
you
you got,
gonna
like-
get that though with him on his spiritual journey though?
No, that's done. That's done. Like once your heart breaks, yo, you're just like
You're gonna become like Handsome's
Jesus.
version of a Catholic. You're gonna be like cursing. You're gonna be
It's like-
No,
talking-
wait. I found the Lord after my heart was broken.
That's fine. I'm not talking about that part of it. I'm just talking about your version of it where
Oh, yeah.
you can curse. Like, yo, it
I'm
doesn't
the
matter.
New Age Catholic. Like
Exactly.
the way I roll is just what it is. I'm not like saying.
So I'm saying, yeah, he's gonna be that version where he's gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna be
can't-
able to make my own music, secular music, whatever.
He doesn't know how to do that. He can't ride that. Like he's not. He's gonna. He's gonna. I'm all this way. He's what he's done all his career. Like I'm all bad sounding music on Jesus. I'm all like whatever he did on TLOP. I'm all Jesus now. Like he goes one direction
thought
and
the-
he's there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go down that.
So you feel
We've gone
like,
down that path too many times. I already know what it is,
All right,
man.
so
I
last
just can't
time-
believe it.
last
It's just
time
the audio quality.
When he
It's
was
not the writing.
engaged, last time he was engaged, I
To
guess
who?
the engagement broke up, and then he went to Sue's rendezvous, met Amber, and
So that's what you hope happens again.
No, I'm saying though, bro, when it did happen though,
She
he
been
was
with Wiz
making-
now. They're gonna
He
be
was
making better
making
music.
he was making fire music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I hope that happens because if he's on that spiritual journey, I don't want nobody fucking. I want to fucking get it fucked up.
Be real.
Yeah,
No,
for
wait.
808 and
no.
As a human, so we're splitting the human.
I want you to be
and the
real. I'm
artist.
like, yo, listen. Do you care about him as a human, or do you care about him as an artist?
I wouldn't want to hear
because
that happen to
ultimately,
nobody,
sometimes
though,
you'd be
bro.
like, yo, I'll lose a person if it means I'm gonna have. I don't know who he is.
Cheddie,
He's not my family, nothing
think-
like that. Like,
think
for
with the
better
heart
music.
of
I
a
guess
Kansas.
because
thing.
I guess because I know a lot about him though because I followed his career. Like maybe if I didn't know so much.
No, I get you. I'm not saying you're wrong
put it
about
this
that.
way,
or lying.
If I didn't know that for a fact that like that was his dream girl, like that's where I felt kind of bad. You know what I mean? Like I know he wanted to hope. Yo, you see him crying over like Kim wanting to abort his kid or whatever,
Yeah.
like or him wanting to abort his kid,
Yeah,
like
but
all that
son,
stuff.
How
Like,
long can you go
so
with
I
the same
knew-
dream girl?
So I knew all,
Not only
but I
that,
know
man,
all
but
that
like,
stuff.
yo,
Now,
bro,
if I
you-
didn't know that stuff, maybe I probably change my tune and be like, all right, fuck it, he's gonna make some fire. As long as he gets fire music comes out of this, I'm all good for it. But I don't know if he's gonna go back to.
So that's what you
My
care
Beautiful
about.
Dark
So
Twisted
now we know
Fantasy.
you're direct. Now you
Yeah.
know where you stand. Where you stand is you prefer great music, even if it means he's gonna go down a
No,
destructive
I didn't
path.
say
and
that part though. I didn't say that part.
You just said the last
No, I
part
didn't.
was
I
as
said
long as
he gets, but
That's the bottom line.
Okay, so I'll take that back. Not at the expense of him being fucked up in the head.
fair.
No,
Because you know him and you like him as
Because I know that. If I didn't know that stuff about him, I probably wouldn't care as much. You understand?
Okay.
But because I know, because you listen to his music, like that's what he talks
But
about in
what
his
if
music, though.
he's already fucked up in the head? So it's not like it's just part of the cycle.
Yo, I just don't want to see front page news that Kanye West offs himself. Like that would fuck me up.
That's not gonna happen.
You
Come
don't
on.
see you say that, but you don't.
How is that
know
not gonna happen,
though,
bro?
dog. It's
Robin
yo,
Williams did it.
Is he not? Yeah, right.
First of all,
And he was like,
have you seen the new studies? Robin Williams did not kill himself, and his wife said he did not.
the conspiracy? Hour.
Yo, y'all niggas bugging. He did not kill himself. His wife said it.
Oh, okay. And I'm real had like a serious face. I'm like, did you hear anything? Did you hear anything on this? You have anything
I
to
heard
add?
the same study. Yo,
You got
rest
anything
in
to add to
peace,
this?
Robin Williams. I'm sorry they framed you for that shit, man.
Oh
Because
my
you were
God.
about to bring out the truth.
Yo,
Jim Carrey, watch your back.
Matter of fact, speaking of conspiracies, I heard Jeffrey Epstein didn't die. I heard.
I don't think he died.
Oh, no, he got
He
killed.
got
in jail.
way too much money, man.
He got killed in jail. Yeah, I'm with that one. If you want to,
Nah, the Clintons had him off. Are you
I'm with
crazy?
that
Of
one.
course they killed him, dude. Jeffrey Epstein had every video from his island where fucking Bill Clinton was smashing goats and Hillary Clinton was slitting baby necks to take out the blood and get that little extra. What is it?
Johnny.
EMT? I'm just saying, man.
Yo,
Y'all
please
niggas live in the
post
shadows.
this
Have
Yo,
fun.
now we're gonna have a
Yeah, don't
podcast
post
on,
this on
on
YouTube.
One American News
Damn,
Network.
they're gonna block this one again for shock content.
They're gonna.
No, they're gonna
100% block this one.
they're gonna give us a podcast on One American News Network for sure. on their
Yo,
on their internet page.
sign the check, baby.
Johnny.
And we learn tax tactics.
Also, we're gonna come up right after Alex Jones.
Nah. Yo, if that's not the most entertaining man to watch, you are bugging, man.
I'm bugging, man.
You know what it is? Josh is
I'm
way
bugging.
too close to people that take him serious.
Johnny, I'm bugging,
So
man.
it fucks his
Nah,
day up.
Johnny.
That's what it is.
I look
man.
at that, I'm just like, I can't believe people follow this dude, bro. That's just heartbreaking, man.
You don't believe in Pizzagate.
That's just heartbreaking, man.
It's
Anything's-
funny because
I'll tell you this.
the girl that I'm obsessed
Anything is possible,
with,
bro.
she believes all that
Anything
Pizzagate
is possible.
shit. Yeah, that's why I stopped following her.
Johnny was so disappointed.
I was, man. Once she posted that Pizzagate shit, I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, bro. It shows
I
a lot.
believe everything else, not
It
Pizzagate.
shows a lot about you, man. You're a man of standards, man.
100%. You can't believe in Pizzagate. Fucking world we living in.
Tony, you bored? I honestly, this is the first time I actually officially realized you don't believe in Pizzagate. To be real with you,
Dude, come on.
Johnny, I'm being honest.
How ridiculous was Pizzagate?
Johnny, you have 1 foot in the door with that kind of shit. Dog.
Correct.
Yes.
1 foot in the door of the
One foot in the
direction
door
that's
means
right.
anything is possible, man.
No, man. Listen, I ordered my box from Wayfair. I paid 10 racks. Nothing came in. I needed to know. I needed to know.
You send it back after, like, fuck it.
I was like, yo, refund.
What's your return policy?
It's a 30-day policy. But they made me pay for shipping. Whatever. $200 gone. Big deal.
Got a locker, opened it up.
Cheddie's so on to the next
Nah,
topic.
Cheddie's looking up information.
Nah, because he's a Giants fan. So he's
you
tight
can
that
catch
the
me
Bills are
slipping.
rocking.
You can
Yeah.
catch me slipping.
I have a corporate job.
I will tell you one
I
thing.
know what Josh
didn't-
is gonna
I
say.
didn't- I didn't Google Pizzagate.
I know
I
Josh.
didn't Google Pizzagate.
Yo, how you feel about Joe Judge, man?
Oh, that's my guy, man. That's my
But
guy.
how you feel about
Fuck
his
the
whole,
Eagles,
like...
yo. That ass fuck the Eagles, yo. That's
Johnny feels the
softest
same.
shit I've
Johnny was
seen.
telling me
Nah,
already
100%.
before.
Fuck
That's
the
the softest
Eagles.
shit
Fuck
I've
the
ever seen.
Bills.
But now we were gonna talk about just Buffalo in general, man. Like, you know, rap.
Griselda. We're
Griselda,
going to be the first
you know what
Griselda
I mean?
podcast.
Yo, can
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that, dude.
We gonna be the Griselda podcast?
We
Instead of
we
Wu-Tang?
could reach out to, what's his name?
Well, we're actually
The funny guy with the
we're-
voice?
We're Griselda now because only 3 of us.
With the
Word.
Griselda
Yeah,
podcast.
We're not Wu-Tang. We're not Wu-Tang anymore.
Woo!
that's facts.
Yo, facts, man.
that's facts.
Yo, if you're
it is.
offended, get offended. Anyway.
Nah,
simple as
so
that.
like just with Griselda, now you got the Buffalo Bills pop. Like the Bills haven't won the division since
be honest.
1995,
Yeah.
dogs.
This is all...
That's crazy.
the Bills are just
That's
having
how-
a
that's
good
when you
year.
were born? 90? 89?
88, bro, the
90.
best year of all
88, my
time, bro.
bad.
I
You
show
was-
you that.
You was
84
seven,
year of our
dogs.
Lord.
Johnny, 88 is the best year of all time, man.
So
I
why
mean,
is Wonder
really?
Woman... Why is
Are people
Wonder
really gonna
Woman
argue this?
1984? Is it
Johnny,
Wonder Woman
one-
1988?
Johnny, Wonder Woman is your best argument,
That's
bro.
your argument.
Like, every rapper
Yo,
talks
Jordan
about
got
88,
drafted
man.
in 84. Say that, man.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Goddamn.
Why was Jordan
Why did
drafted
why
in
did you nudge me or something? What happened in 84?
All I know is that March 5th
He
was
used
great.
Gail
Everything
Godot.
else don't matter.
I hear everybody talk about 88, man.
Nah,
88
shoot.
was amazing.
88,
year, man.
when you was pushing weight.
It was the year crack
when
rule.
I was
Thank God I
pushing
wasn't a
weight.
crack baby, man. Real talk.
I was born the year
That's
that crack
questionable.
was
Anything's
pumping.
possible, but
I was born the year that crack was pumping. That's your argument.
yo, music was amazing that year, though. Music
Oh,
was
man.
fucking amazing that year. Real talk.
What was going on at that
Um,
time? Was Buffalo popping? Yeah, they were actually. Buffalo was still good in the late 80s, early 90s. I remember Buffalo fucking being in every Super Bowl.
When I was a kid.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like they're just supposed to be in the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
they were always yeah.
You know, I
That's
didn't
funny. That's
know
funny.
until I was about like 22 that Buffalo was a New York team.
I had no. Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know until I was
I
a
just kept
older,
hearing
too.
Buffalo,
Yeah.
Buffalo,
Yeah.
Buffalo.
We would
whatever.
drive from New York to Canada, and we just stop in Buffalo to like eat, and
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, this is a place. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you
That's
you
it.
knew more about Buffalo
Didn't give
than I did. 'Cause I
Didn't give a
definitely didn't
fuck.
make that
Yeah,
trip.
man. Now
First
they're
time I was
just-
there was 07 picking up Diana. Because she got.
Yeah, she went to school in Buffalo.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a
Something like
question.
that.
So like, they win the Super Bowl, right?
Doesn't count.
No, man.
No,
No,
right?
well, I know.
No.
No, it does count.
No?
They're not the Kings of New York, bro. They're not gonna be. They're not.
Here's a
If
good
a team in
question.
Staten Island existed,
No, here's a good question.
they wouldn't be the Kings of New York
Here's a-
either.
here's a
It's
good-
not gonna happen, dog.
No,
Yo,
here's a-
Staten
oh,
Island.
okay.
Yo, you think
extended
Wu-Tang,
New
you think New York?
Let me finish. Are the Buffalo Bills?
They're different. They're from a different
Are the
dimension.
Buffalo Bills the Brooklyn Nets?
No.
No, they're more New York than the Brooklyn Nets.
Of course.
And they've been around.
No, the Bills are more New York.
The Bills
than
are more New York
yeah,
than the
yeah,
Brooklyn
than the Brooklyn Nets.
You believe that as well too?
100%.
So-
I look at the Brooklyn Nets and I still feel like I'm watching
The New Jersey Nets.
Yeah, playing in a different
I
state.
mean, you gotta understand. We've for most of
we're
our lives
old,
they've been
we're
New
old.
Jersey Nets.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's not like for no reason. I'm not being a hater.
So
or
they're not
nothing.
on
It's
that
just natural.
scale, but it still won't feel like a New York championship. Obviously, It'll
Hell
feel like
no.
more
No.
of a-
Hell no.
Okay.
You know, I
Because of
never
their culture?
really hated the Bills. I mean, I don't like them now though.
I hate every team in the NFC, in the AFC
And I
East
feel you, but
and the NFC East.
because for as long as I was like really into football, they weren't really that good for a long time. To be honest with you,
They always give us trouble. That's always been.
they
my
did always
problem,
give us
too.
trouble. Same way with Miami.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But like
Anybody in my division,
Miami
you
hasn't
suck.
been good for a really long time since maybe like 90s.
Fuck the Patriots too.
I'm saying so.
Yeah, from like 94 to 97, they had like a decline. And then I don't know, man. I just think Josh Allen is a good player.
No, he
Like,
is.
They just,
That's
you know what I
tough
will say?
to admit.
But they
You know
got the
what I
right
will
pieces.
say?
That's tough to admit, man.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, I talked a lot of shit about him, but
Yeah,
he's
you know
the
what
truth.
it is too. Like their fans are fucking wild,
good
yo.
system.
You gotta say what you gotta say, dog.
Their fans are wild too, man. Like the
The
Bills
fans,
Mafia
fuck them.
is fucking. What? Oh yeah, I gotta say you're a Jets fan.
Yeah, come on, man. What am I gonna say?
Yeah.
They do stupid shit too, like throw each other
Yeah.
through the table for
Yeah, they're
initiation.
fucking crazy,
You know
yo.
they do
There's
that?
nothing to do up there.
Flaming tables
That's
and
why.
shit.
That's
No,
why. Yeah,
it's nuts,
they throw.
man.
You gotta get body slammed or power bomb basically
shit is
through a flaming
crazy.
table to become like initiated.
Now I don't want to be a dick, but I got a question.
Would you do that?
What?
Initiation, like power
I'm
bomb.
not doing none of that shit.
Kinda like I'm a Jet fan. Ain't nobody checking me
Yeah.
here, nigga. I'm wearing my gear. I'm
But
wearing
I got
my
to
hat.
question the Griselda stories because I'm like, how much weight can you move in Buffalo?
Yo, don't question shit like that, man. Anything's possible. Everywhere
They
got
don't
a hood.
have money.
Everywhere got a
yeah,
hood.
they do, but they don't have money to buy shit.
No, but they got hoods and fucking like upstate.
They got
New
hoods
York,
everywhere,
though,
nigga.
You know what
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying.
Like,
They got
hoods in
Beverly
Long
and all that
Island,
shit,
like-
you know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm sure those hoods in Buffalo are hoods. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
Canada's-
country shit.
it's
almost.
killer
What about
shit.
Exactly.
Canada's right there too? The border's
You're not
right
getting
there,
caught.
So how do you know they're not?
Yeah.
You know.
So
But as
Right.
far as what they did in rap though, like this year, 2019, like
Oh, yeah.
they're killing it. You
What,
know
got
what
shot?
I mean? Like, nah.
yeah, he did get
Benny,
shot, but
yeah, no. But besides that, Benny's like doing
musically,
his
yeah,
thing,
they
musically,
definitely
yeah,
made their
yeah,
mark.
no, for
They
sure.
definitely made their
Well,
mark.
I was fucked up. I didn't hear any of West Side's albums, and he had like 3 this year,
Yeah.
literally like 3. But both Conway and Benny, like
Benny the Butcher
I
came
prefer,
crazy.
I prefer Conway rapping. But if both of those albums, I'm gonna listen to Benny's more. And Conway shit was
I think
straight fire.
Benny has a better ear for beats.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
easier
think
to listen
that's
to.
why-
It's
That's a
like
good
easier
point.
to
It's
listen to. You know what I'm
easy
saying? Like it's easier to listen to.
Yeah.
Where like Conway is Conway the Machine. He's more like
Yo,
bars,
bro, that's what I'm saying. Cause
crazy bars, and like for me, West Side is more
art.
yes, and the fact that he's a big wrestling fan.
Yeah.
That of course, like he had an album that it was named after each wrestler, so obviously that hits towards me
Yeah.
or anybody else. That
Do you know his recording process?
No, I have no idea.
He literally does a whole album at one time. Like he's like, yo, I
he'll go
don't.
in that night and be like,
yeah,
I'm making an album.
he's like, I don't rap at all. Like I don't
And
sit
his
around
albums are, like,
writing
short,
rhymes.
seven, eight.
Yeah,
eight
he's like,
joints.
when it hits me, I literally book the studio and I'll spend probably like 2 or 3 days just keep making songs at that point. And that's I don't rap after that. Like I can't. It's not my thing. And he even says he tells you like, I'm not the bar guy. Like you ain't gonna hear my shit, but my music is dope.
I've
and
copped
that's
like
it.
2 of his hoodies. Like
That's
his
as
merch,
simple as
his
that,
merch
though.
is good too.
Their merch is popping.
Yeah, I
yeah.
fuck with their merch. I've copped.
we gotta copy that.
Wait,
it's
somebody
crazy
designed their
because
merch that was a big name. Like what?
Is it Virgil or one of those?
Was it
Yeah,
Virgil?
well, Virgil did the Virgil did their video. The video where he says "Tell Virgil write brick on my brick."
Yeah.
He did that video for them.
Simple as that.
But
And hood is that, man. Love that
and
shit.
pretty much it was a brick that said
Yeah.
the word brick
Yeah.
in that font.
Yeah, exactly.
Handsome is fucking tight.
You wish you had that gimmick?
I'm tired of myself
You
for
wish you had
not
that
being
gimmick?
that guy, for not being Virgil, for not being able to just put like
You know what that's
garbage
like?
ties on things and
You
telling
know
you
what that's like? No offense to Virgil, because you know what? I
Arts.
do respect what he does. Besides all that shit, but
Nigga, you guys just
But-
shat
but-
on him a week ago
no,
about his fucking
I
album
know
cover.
because it's funny, man. But
No, it was a good cover.
but
That cover was
You know what it's
whack.
kinda
he
like?
did that for
No
pop.
limit.
it's kind of like Mr. Brainwash and you ever seen that? Mr. Brainwash and Banksy,
And I'm dark.
where he took all those ideas and kind of like on the surface type shit. It's kind of what it's like, right? Yeah. If you guys ever seen Exit Through the Gift Shop, it's a great movie. It's worth your time for artsy people. But I wanted to actually
Well, let's
flip-
answer the question though.
Okay.
They are not the Kings of New York. I don't care if they win the next 3 championships.
But let me just flip over the Griselda thing. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Just Buffalo in general, like they, what New York what New York team has it popping right now.
We got
You know
mad
what I'm
artists.
saying? The
moving
Knicks,
right now. I
thank
can't
God
name
the
them,
Knicks
'cause I
are
listen to his
fucking.
music.
The Knicks are playing
Playboy
better.
Cardi just dropped an album, bro.
He's from New York.
Nah, but he spent time in New York, like J. Cole.
Dos. You could have lied to me and been like, yeah, yo, he's from fucking the Bronx, and I'd have been like, all right, no doubt.
He spent a little bit of time here. He lived here with he roomed with some people here.
Oh, we gonna do the
J. Cole did that,
the
and he claimed Queens.
the
He
Jor-
went to
the-
school here for 4
the
years.
Jordan from Brooklyn thing.
He went to school here for 4 years and he claimed Queens, and everybody's cool with it.
You know who
They're like,
keeps
yo,
using that shit?
J. Cole's
Joe Budden.
nice.
He
J.
says
Cole's
he's
nice.
from Brooklyn because he was born here.
He's not from fucking Brooklyn. He repped
He
Jersey,
repped Jersey
his whole
forever.
life, bro.
You hear the
Get
podcast
fuck
now?
outta
We're
here,
not
dog.
gonna
Him
slander
and Rory are Queens
We're
guys.
not slandering.
No way.
We're not slandering.
I'm not slandering nobody. No, we're not slandering. We're not slandering.
I'm trying to be on the Joe Budden Network.
It's actually the opposite. You know, if we ever had that conversation,
We're just saying we know you for know you, not like these new guys.
Yeah, you're from Jersey City, man.
Like I moved. Like I was born in New York. I moved to Florida for 4 years. I want to say for 7 years, my cousin Jason would say, "You ain't from New York, from Florida, nigga."
Yeah.
For like 7 years, like I had to put years in to get this shit back.
I feel you, bro.
You know what I mean? To get seniority back.
Yeah, I
you know
feel
what I
you.
mean? So
You don't get tight
time,
when you
dog.
see somebody's
That's torture.
profile and they're like, Brooklynite, da 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 da, and they literally have 3 years living in Williamsburg.
You do,
After-
'cause it happens often.
But they live 22 years in fucking Idaho.
Yeah.
But they got the last 3 years living in Williamsburg.
Yeah.
And I'm from Brooklyn.
But what I do get to even more about myself is that like they'll say, "Yeah, man, have you ever been like to the Statue of Liberty?" And I'm like, "No, I ain't never been there." Have you ever been to the Statue of Liberty?
Statue, yes.
Okay, have you been to the Statue of Liberty?
No.
You see what I'm saying?
I never been to
Other two
Empire
New-
State.
Yo, there's
Twin Towers.
4 New Yorkers in here. Oh, five.
Bro,
Sorry,
I never been
5
to
New
any of
Yorkers
that
in here,
shit.
and only one of them has been to the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
You
You
know
went
what
on
I'm
a
saying?
school
Because one of
trip.
those things where I'm just like, yo, I gotta go. I gotta go to. I got
You
work.
never
That's
missed a
why I
school
can't go to
trip,
the
dog.
Statue
You
of
always
Liberty.
went
You know
to
what I'm
like.
saying? I gotta pay the fucking
You never missed a day of
school.
school.
How am I gonna miss a trip?
Do you know
I
that
never
fun
missed
fact
school.
about Johnny? Johnny never missed a day of school in his whole.
From
I can
kindergarten
see
to
that.
the end of
I
high
can
school.
see
Nah,
that.
literally never missed. And somebody got an award for that, like a key to the city or some shit.
They give you the key to the city. A lot of people got like a $20,000.
This nigga missed out.
I didn't know. Nigga.
You want to hear a conspiracy?
I just did it to win.
Sure, I'm always down for conspiracy.
Yes, last night we were supposed to go to
I don't
dinner
believe
for
in
Faiz's birthday. Listen, we're supposed to go to dinner for Faiz's birthday.
Happy birthday, Faid. I know he
And,
said it earlier, but I'm gonna say it again.
We're supposed to go, and the kitchen starts smoking up. Oh, backtrack. We're walking into the parking lot, and we're saying, well, this is exactly what he said. I know one person that's going to be on time. That's Handsome. So you're good with attendance. You weren't there. 15 minutes later, the fucking kitchen starts smoking. I text Handsome, and I'm like, yo, dogs, like, the fucking kitchen. I'm like, yo, where you at? And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm on my way. And he's like, yo, I'm like, yo, literally, laugh my ass off. I think the kitchen's on fire. He sends me a video on the road of fucking smoke going fucking in the air.
What the fuck is this?
That's wild. You
Where
connected.
was Handsome?
Come on, man.
And that's what I told him. I said,
He was
"Dogs,
right
if
there.
I
I'm
said,
late,
dogs,
He was right there.
I said, dogs, you are never late for anything, yo. And the one time you're late, the fucking, yo, we all left there like
That's a
starving
fact.
too, dog. Like, your niggas was hungry. You know, Handsome hadn't eaten in 3 days because he goes on these fast.
I literally say, nah,
Yo,
that's I
yo.
saved
I know.
Yo,
When Fab mentioned like, yo, it's steak. It's a Brazilian steakhouse. I was like, I'm not eating
I
for 2 days.
text him on the
was
side to be
ridiculous.
like, yo, are you going through? And even before I hit send, yes, sir, he's
Yeah.
here by the right back. So we were looking forward to this fucking meal.
Word,
Because he
word.
always says, yo, Fai's birthday dinner, that starts off the year.
That's true, though.
And,
That's true,
and
that's
then, it didn't happen. But
It worked out.
No, it worked out. It worked out. No, it worked out. I'm just saying, I just thought it was funny that you started a fire at Fogo de Chao.
For sure. Shout out to
I
Faid.
don't like being late, so I want everybody to miss it too.
Nobody eats.
Yeah.
I don't eat.
No
one
rice.
eats.
No, that's like-
no rice. No champagne.
I
No
missed the
nothing.
appetizers.
No nothing.
No nothing.
You know, who gets no nothing. What's his girl's name?
Yo, dog.
wait.
Hold up. Yeah, that's a crazy. So, Christian Wood, power forward of the Houston
man.
Rockets. Josh, I think you sent me this this week. I lost my girlfriend after going undrafted. Christian Wood's detailed horrific draft night experience, and they had a picture of him with his head down.
Yeah, man.
And this very was
that really at that moment? Was that really at that moment?
Holding his head. It could have been his
It
mom.
worked.
It could
Okay,
have been
yeah,
his sister, but it was a good shot.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like perfect for the story. And I'm reading this shit, and I'm just like, I'm reading it like half like pissed and half like, I hope she's like fucking, you know what I'm saying?
That's
I
a
hope
life
she-
lesson. Be
Yeah,
missed
yeah.
opportunities.
Yeah, but you know what, man? How many girls stuck with the guy that was a loser?
Wow.
Why you both
So-
looked at me, man?
No, I was
So-
putting down the drink and I was asking you guys a
That
question.
shit felt
So let me
hard.
ask you this.
B.
No. So,
I was
yeah.
like, I got left already.
Johnny, you're,
No, dog, no.
you're
listen
that's
to
called
this,
that's
listen to
called
this.
what is it? Not deflection, but
I
it's like,
dropped her off
oh,
to the
projecting.
airport.
You're projecting, man. Yo,
Guys,
Projecting, you staring in my eyes, saying, how many girls didn't stay with the loser?
Yeah. You make too much eye contact.
Yo,
Yo,
right in my face.
you know why you
while
guys
saying
read into
this,
it?
huh?
Because I swear to God, a drop of me didn't exist thinking that way, bro.
It's all right, man.
I can't wait to look back on this right now.
I think I'm a loser too right now. I'll be out of this shit soon, though.
Nah,
2021, bitches.
what I'm saying is, you know, like we can always look back on things like that. Like, yo, it made him who he is. Obviously, he's still thinking about that. Like 5 years down the line, man, that's a fucking blessing.
You think he was thinking about it, or it's just like some shit that sparked at that moment when he signed the contract? He's like, damn, I went from undrafted. You know how shit, you remember things at those moments.
It's so
and you're
important that he
like,
posted
I mean,
it.
he dropped her off to the airport
Yeah.
and never saw her again.
oh, that's how it went down?
Yo, that's what I'm getting into.
My nigga,
it.
what I'm-
Like,
what I'm trying to
dogs,
explain to you
it's
is this.
fucking sad.
Nah, it is sad, but what
That
I'm trying
got
to-
him into the NBA.
What I'm
I
trying to-
That
get you
gave him the
now.
drive.
No.
That gave him the drive.
Apparently,
Yeah.
That gave him the drive.
when he signed the deal, he posted about it. It obviously still matters to him.
Def Jam mad that you signed a contract.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Actually,
pretty much what
bad
happened is
segue.
he's at the draft. His family was doing a party for him at Caesar's Palace for when he's about to get drafted.
Yeah.
So he's with his mom and his girlfriend, and he didn't get drafted. He dropped his girlfriend off, and then he goes to this party where people are like, "Congratulations," but he didn't get drafted. Like, yo, how can you not root for this guy? Like, how can you not want this guy?
I'm sorry to say, Cheddie, I'm gonna be that guy, man. Dog. How can I not root for this guy?
Absolutely.
Because he didn't get drafted. I'm gonna cry for him.
oh no, but I'm
My
saying
nigga, this
though, but-
nigga's a professional
but-
NBA player. I
no,
do not
you
feel
mean
bad for him in
Cheddie-
that moment that he had a
Nah.
sad dip in his career, but then went on to play NBA
But that's some
and
cold
win
shit for
41
him to
million.
fucking leave. Yo, Josh,
Nah,
get
man.
the fuck out of here. Yo.
I'm being
For him-
honest with you. That's where I
for
stand.
For her
That's
to
where I
leave this
stand
nigga
on
on
that.
draft night, like, dog, give him like 2 weeks or something.
Yeah,
You know
that
what
shit
I'm saying?
sucks.
That shit is crazy.
That shit sucks.
Yeah.
You know what's even worse
Put
than
your
that?
2 weeks in.
The niggas work hard every day and they come home and you know nothing like that has happened to me. I'm just saying that happens to people.
Nah, you come home and they tell you like,
It happens
yo,
to people.
It ain't working out, man. You gotta go.
No,
Maybe you could FaceTime your
Yo,
daughter.
we can't work this out. Nah,
Your draft.
like
your-
shit happens to
but your
people,
dra-
man.
But your draft
Shit
night
happens
is
to
like
people.
you're like.
I laughed through my
his
pain.
first mistake was that he shouldn't have had a girlfriend. He shouldn't have had a girln't right when he's about to get drafted.
You shouldn't have a
He was
girlfriend,
supposed
period.
to cut her
It was a
off.
blessing, bro.
He was supposed to
It was a
cut her off.
blessing. Check this out. It was a double
But
whammy.
you have to be happy for him, though.
Nah,
like, that it
I
worked out
never
this
said I'm
way,
not
though.
happy for him.
You know
I just
what
said I
I'm
would feel bad for him to begin with. Is what I'm trying to say.
No,
I'm
you
happy for him because he's a great player.
When you watch,
I'm actually a
when
fan
you
of
watch
him.
back the YouTube and you see what I saw, you're like, I don't feel bad for him.
No, I don't feel.
Fuck that.
You know what? Because when you said you got to feel for somebody, like the night of the
Of
club when they went to
course,
that
the
thing.
way
Yo,
it
dog.
happened.
I get what you're trying to say.
How do you feel about Russell Wilson's girlfriend from draft day? The one with the ugly smile.
Yeah, well,
I try to emulate
Well,
it.
he-
Right
no, didn't she?
The big ass
Yo,
teeth.
dogs. Didn't she smash Galladay or something? Not Galladay. Who's
No, it's not the same girl.
Is that the same girl?
Oh no,
That's
That's
Sierra.
the girl.
No.
man.
He might have been the same. Yo,
She had an affair with Golden Tate, and they had to pick between Golden Tate and Russell Wilson.
that's why Golden Tate had
Obviously,
a fucking black eye.
Yeah. They had,
And it wasn't because of Russell Wilson.
It was
It
somebody
was a
else on the
teammate
team.
that was like defending
Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
And that's why Golden Tate is a dick.
Man, you gotta know the whole story. Then I apologize, guys. I just thought he left because she was ugly.
I mean, that would be a
No,
much
not because she
easier
had an
story.
ugly.
Russell Wilson's a good guy, man. You don't see? He's not
Yeah.
gonna just drop girls like out of nowhere, man.
I don't know his real life.
Like I said, a blessing. Same way for this guy, it was a blessing, and obviously, it fired him up a little bit because obviously he's still thinking about it 5 years later. So number one, it fired him up.
Well, because
and number
he's
two,
thinking
obviously
about
he
it that
probably
way because
upgraded.
of how it happened. You
no.
understand what I'm saying?
I know, I get it.
Like
I'm
in,
not.
in the context of like you leave at this night in his, I think a 19-year-old kid, and you being told that your dream is not gonna happen when everybody's telling you that it's gonna happen, and then you leave me too, bitch.
Yeah.
This is fucked up, yo.
Nah, for
That's-
sure.
Come on, dog.
For sure. No, Cheddie.
So
for
it's
sure.
gotta feel extra good.
No question.
It's the truth. It's the truth, though. A 19-year-old kid, like, come on,
Nah,
man.
for sure. It gotta feel extra good for sure, no question. But I'm just saying, like, bro, how can it? There's a lot of people who go through that situation, and it just is what it is. Either they bounce back and they get into they upgrade a girl, or they just don't, whatever. But like, my nigga, this guy's an NBA player who just had a breakup one day in draft night. I feel way worse for a lot of other people. He was gonna get he didn't get drafted that night. He was an unsigned free agent days later.
You ever got
Do you
dumped
feel
before
worse for
19?
me?
He got $500,000 to sign a
You
contract.
ever got dumped before 19?
He's never been dumped.
Yeah, I
ever been dumped before?
actually before 19, I actually had a small heartbreak where the girl didn't want to talk to me anymore because she found out I was younger than her. I was talking to her for like a few, and she didn't know who thought she
That's
thought we were the
not
same age.
dumped. You never been
Dumb,
dumped.
nigga. You never been dumped.
Josh was the
That's what it
dumper.
is. You never been dumped.
Never.
That's what it is. You've never been dumped.
If you guys don't think I'm empathetic
No, you're not.
to somebody being dumped,
You're
I
not.
don't know what to
You're
tell
not,
you.
though.
No, I am. You know what
You're
it is?
gonna watch this
No. You
You're
know what
gonna
it is?
watch this back. You're gonna be one of
this
the
is
4.2
totally.
K
Nah, I'm
views,
gonna tell you the first thing.
and you're gonna say,
I'm gonna tell you right
"Damn, I
now.
look like a dick."
Nah, not at all.
Not-
Cheddie.
not-
Definitely not.
No, not like
But
you look
obviously,
like a
you
dick,
think I look
but
like a dick.
You look like an asshole. Yes, you being an asshole.
But
bro.
you think I look like a dick and an asshole? I think that you're talking from a guy's perspective
No, I
only.
don't mean
How
like
about
a
that?
dick, like
I think you're
stupid,
talking
but you
only
look
from a
like
guy's
fucked
perspective.
up.
You're only talking from a guy's perspective because there's guys who also do
Okay.
girls dirty. So why don't we have a talk about stories about that?
Because those stories suck.
No, because we're only guys on this podcast. Because we're only guys on this podcast. So therefore, you have to acknowledge, and I'm so empathetic that I'm speaking for females. I never was a female, but I could speak for females and say, you know what? Why is it one-sided that we feel bad for an NBA?
You're trying to play chess over here.
We feel
I know.
we feel
I
bad.
almost think he has a side piece.
We feel bad for an NBA player who made $41 million because his girlfriend dumped him on draft night. Imagine that.
Oh,
my nigga.
No one feels bad.
Yeah,
We're
like,
saying that's a glory
Yeah,
story.
look back at the story and tell you, say, you got to feel bad for that. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
No, I
word
said, how
for
can you
word.
not- I said,
How could you not
root
feel
for him?
bad? No, you said how you got to feel bad for
Go
that.
ahead and watch it back. I said, how can you not root for him?
I bet money
And you're
when-
like, oh, he's making 41
I bet money when we went to
you
in the
sound like a hater,
nah,
yo.
in the club thing. Nah, this guy was on my fantasy team last year. He won me money. I'm a fan of the player, actually. What I'm
So
trying to
that's
say
why he's
is,
rooting more for the girl. It's like, you made him this way. Thanks, baby. You helped me
my
win.
nigga, what I'm trying to say is, mad people go through break. Yo, dog.
Yo,
if
I never
anything,
knew- I
if
never knew you were
if
that
anything, I'm the
cold,
kind of
dogs.
person who roots like for people like when they go through something tough like that in life. It makes them.
No,
You know what
I'll
I'm saying?
tell
So
you
I don't
I'll
feel
tell you
bad
this
for
much.
people
Okay,
like
okay,
that.
okay.
I don't be feeling
when
bad
I
for
went
people
through
like
my
that.
breakup, I remember hitting up Josh,
I'm just
and
being
that
real
was
with
like
you.
one of the main things he said. He was like, "You'll be alright."
Johnny, you're a fucking
You
liar.
went to a guy that's never been dumped
Yeah,
before.
and he was like, "You be alright. You got potential, man. Don't even think about it twice."
Was he eating pork rinds and going saying you tough, right? Wow. niggas get dumped every day, B.
You know what sucks about that, man? Honestly, I am a person with great advice, and I'm very empathetic.
Yo, you be alright.
But now he's questioning himself like, wow, I'm coming off like the bad
Nah,
guy right
yo,
now.
honestly, it sucks, man. Your radar is off, man. You should know, man, I'm very empathetic. You should
be
know.
alright. Yo,
I
you
know
heard that
you
new
are.
Kanye
so
song?
it surprised me, but when I watched this video back, I'm gonna say, wow, I don't know this.
Like I told you, I was so empathetic that I took women's. I had to be the one to speak up for women in this podcast, man. So shout out to all the women who watch this show, all the Cheddie's co-workers.
Oh my god.
Yo, you be alright. Yo, Kanye made 808s of Heartbreak. Maybe you'll make an 808s of Heartbreak.
But truly, what I'm trying to say is,
I truly did tell him.
Johnny.
That's
listen,
what Celeste came about. It was
listen,
great EP.
Come on, man. We're like, oh, this guy got his girl back because he got a contract 5 years later. Bro, it's a breakup. It happens, man. She's a gold digger. That's true, yeah.
Right. So, well,
I get that.
We kind of got off topic. So,
I get
like,
that.
how long do you wait for somebody to say somebody has a plan and this is their plan? I'm like, yo, I got this business that I'm gonna run and it's gonna blow up. It's gonna be big. Like, how long would you want?
How many
How
times
long
have-
would you want a girl to wait for you?
How many
to
times
get-
has
to
a
get
girl
your
stuck
stuff.
around with a nigga like that and he not only didn't do anything, but didn't have any intention to do anything or do any of that kind of shit?
I don't
Let's-
like
let-
your feminine defense.
Let's
today.
let you know
We're
what?
here to bash
You're-
them and bash them well.
You're married, and you found
So,
that.
you know,
found that person.
dog, you know what it is?
But
in order to make a good argument, you have to be fair. You have to
Yes,
say
yeah,
both sides of the
absolutely,
argument. In order to say a good argument, you have to see the other
let,
side of the
me,
argument.
let Handsome answer the question, and then you can give your
go ahead.
Me Too
Wait,
answer.
what was the question?
Go ahead.
Because Joshy lost me with all this.
So like, yo,
Energy.
you got this big plan. You got this product that you know that, yo, in a couple years, if you hang with me, we're gonna be all right. But how long do you expect a girl to wait till that product becomes? And I'm saying that in the sense of I don't want to ask you like, yo, you're a baseball player, you're a basketball player. I'm talking about just in
No,
general.
like Contreras Rain LLC and all that
There
shit.
you go.
It's gonna happen.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'll
there
be
you go.
honest with you, I got dropped before it, so I don't like. I'm not a good example for that, and I can't really think of it. Like, because I think in those type of situations, like I'm glad that this kid did what he did, right? Because it is very difficult in those moments to flip that type of shit around and still feel valuable, right? Because this person that's supposedly riding with you out of nowhere because you didn't reach a specific level or expectation.
And this is
true.
19-year-old guy. Like
That's true.
I'm not even asking 19-year-old Handsome. I'm talking about this. Is
No,
a kid that's
19-year-old
19.
Handsome
That's
would have been
19-year-old
fucking trying to beat Jason up.
And
man.
I'm not trying to be
I did it.
not trying to be unbiased, but 19 or anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just asking.
Come on, don't do that, yo.
Guy or girl?
No, 19-year-old girls are fucking like keying cars and shit. Men ain't keying cars.
I'm just saying that it's true though. For anybody who's 19 years,
Josh is not with the
yo,
whole team
Cheddie,
anymore.
Cheddie,
I
listen,
can't have this,
Cheddie,
man.
listen. I'm saying for anybody who's 19, it's true. It's hard
I was
to
trying to see
deal
the
with
ring
that.
was giving you the power or something. He doesn't even have his ring on today.
Yo, he
so
did text me today. He was like, yo, we need to get more girl topics. And I was like, yo, you're right. We do need to get more
Did
girl
I tell you what he
topics,
did to me
so-
yesterday?
I just told you why,
Did
man.
I tell you what he did to me yesterday? He writes to me something about a Jets position and thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if
Cheddie.
who's gonna support. Let's
Yo,
go
when
back.
you told me this, yo,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
I
Yo,
was like,
Josh,
what the fuck am I reading here? Is this guy insane? Is he fucking with me?
Oh my
Is Josh
gosh.
trying to push my buttons?
Josh, you didn't mean that, man. You didn't have said to fuck with him, yo. You have to.
He did. Yo, check this shit out. Where was this? Damn, we talk a lot, man. I almost thought I didn't talk to you that.
I talk a lot about the Jets, man. When I get going on my I don't call it what did Kanye say? I don't call it a rant. I call it a stream of vision.
A stream of vision.
I don't call it a rant.
Anyway, long story short, he says some shit about the Jets having.
I said they're gonna surround whoever they pick for quarterback. They're gonna surround him or her with the right protection.
You know how offensive that is
Right.
to a real football fan. Where is there an or her?
You never know, man. Future
No,
football.
I do know.
Future football.
I do know. The moment there's an or her,
Yeah.
it's not the NFL.
If she is nasty and brolic, like Nick Mangold's sister.
That's what I'm trying. Did she make it?
Nick Mangold's sister.
Yo,
was a
this
fucking
girl
lineman.
was
She was a lineman.
382
She was
pounds.
a lineman.
Looks like her brother. Had like no type of feminine qualities
She was
whatsoever.
a beast lineman.
But she was a girl, and they understood you cannot have women in the NFL. It will not be a sport anymore.
she ended up having to go do powerlifting.
Fashion?
Powerlifting.
Oh,
She's a
powerlifting.
powerlifter, professional powerlifter, which
Good.
makes sense.
She should keep powerlifting and go kick a soccer ball. She should knock a volleyball
Jeez,
down.
I disagree
Whatever
with
it
that.
is that works for women.
I disagree with
Go
that.
hit a
One
golf
day-
club.
You're
you
gonna
gotta
see.
do?
These
Don't
guys
get
are
on the
gonna see
NFL
one day.
And you have a daughter?
And they're gonna be the biggest fans of
And
like
what I tell
female-
you, what I tell you about if Penelope tells me
no.
she wants to be,
You say that now, but
no,
when push comes to
I
shove,
say that forever. If Penelope wants
know.
to
You say
fly with wings and tell me that she's gonna mentally put herself in another, you can do whatever you want, baby.
Johnny's a rich.
got this,
Definitely, you
nigga.
were the dad that was like when
But
girls
she
weren't
goes-
reading, when
yeah.
girls weren't reading books and shit. Like you, sorry, you're not gonna be you're my daughter and everything, but you're not gonna be reading no books out here.
No,
Like, nah.
I would have told her that she could read a book in 20 years.
Go churn
I'm
butter.
just saying
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
Yes, yo.
Listen, you're not gonna be reading books. You're not gonna be reading books in my house.
Read the label. Read the label on Daddy's clothes when you wash
Yo.
it. Make sure you do not
That's
shrink
that's
it.
the only time you read.
Football though, hell no, nigga. She tried to tell me she a quarterback. I'm like, get out my face.
You know what's crazy?
Dad, I had to make the kick, the final kick, and I folded. You know what he folded? His fucking clothes.
Yeah.
No, hold on. I said they could play soccer. Soccer's
I was
okay.
talking about a field goal. My bad.
Yeah,
Like,
no, you're not kicking on
I
my
even
field.
tried to turn him to basketball. I was like, yo, what happens if like she's just so nice that she can play with the fellas? And it's like, I wouldn't enjoy it.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy about that? It's crazy because Johnny says, I remember before we had a conversation about
Tell me.
Bill Belichick and Tom Brady coming to the Jets. He's like, anything to win. I don't care if Tom Brady and Bill Belichick come to the Jets, right?
No, we asked him again.
But I asked him, like, yo, what if
Not
there's a
happening.
female quarterback and she's
shit.
out of nowhere, like the nastiest quarterback of all time?
Right.
Would you? No. I don't care,
Your
bro.
hair's- her
Like,
hair's
how
not
is that the
gonna-
line?
Her hair's not going to be
Yes.
coming
How
out of
is
her.
that the line?
Her hair is not going to be coming
That's
out
a
of
problem,
her
too.
thing. No,
That's
it's
a
gonna be-
problem,
it's gonna
too.
be up
Trevor
in the
Lawrence,
bun.
same shit.
If I
Hair
have
down
to
his back.
see a big ass boob chest protected
Not
thing,
as a check-
You might.
here's what I said.
You
Though.
might.
What did I tell you
Oh,
afterward?
she
Though?
just can't have D cups.
No, Cheddie made me think about it. He's like, yo, but if she's on the field and she kicks the ball and they come,
Yeah.
can they hit her? And
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Yes. Okay, cool then. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You want to play by those rules?
Yeah, exactly.
Get on the field. play
Somebody
it
hit
out.
somebody. Yeah, exactly. all
Yeah,
that shit.
1,000%. But none of that
Yeah,
fairy tale
it's
shit.
gonna happen one day, man.
Lord willing, it doesn't. But I know you guys will enjoy it. That's dope. Then bikini.
Yeah, bikini league. Bikini league.
See?
Yes.
Cheddie likes that too. Cheddie's definitely that kind of guy.
100% I like
Yeah,
that.
Cheddie's like, you see?
There's no. I'll look in the camera and say I like it, yo. All
on, man.
4.2K.
Even
views.
equal rights, man.
No.
Equal rights.
All right. Well, ladies
And counting,
ugly
and
men.
counting,
Oh my
and
God.
counting.
Thank
Yo,
you.
wait. Can I just say
What?
one thing
Bring it
before?
in.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can we just toast MF Doom?
Yeah,
passed
man.
away?
Yeah.
Oh,
Shout out to
I
MF
thought you were talking
Doom.
about MILFs.
MF Doom. I don't want to
Yeah.
leave that.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't have any have liquid.
New Yorker. Shout out to the New York
He
Knicks.
said,
So coming
I
up
don't
right
have
now.
liquid, and he got no pause.
Yeah,
Yo, but I,
Yo, I didn't hear it. You heard it and didn't give him a
I
pause.
said I don't
bro.
have liquid, not juice.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
It's
Just throw
different.
that
Yo, if I don't
pause.
have
Time.
juice.
Good episode, guys. Cheers.
R.I.P.
To
MF.
Doom, man. Yeah, for real. Brooklyn.